Holla my peeps, and welcome back to Fandom Quest. I know it's been a while, hasn't been as long as past video intermissions have been, but I'm back because Markiplier and Ethan made a channel called Unus Annus, and I wanted to do a face painting thing since they did their body painting, so that I could perhaps do the hashtag that they mentioned. I don't know if they're going to feature it in one of their videos, but I figured it was worth a shot, you know? So basically, I'm gonna start out with a layer of foundation. I'm just using concealer, because I'm going on cheap here, as usual. um, I was really excited to do this because I was watching Unus Annus and I saw their video and I was like, oh, that's something that I really like to do. So here I am. And so I just decided to do my makeup as I would normally do it, but double-sided. And then I went kind of crazy from there. So, yeah. This is basically, this is close to what I do normally as far as like makeup. But then I started doing this. So I wanted to add um, elements of both of their channels to the look. So first thing I did was the Crank Gameplays cranks. A lot of people, I did the alters, their alter egos mainly to as their little channel mentions basically on my makeup. And so I wanted to do the alter ego for Crank Gameplays. And I was really happy with the result of the gears. So, yeah, and it was really fun to do too. So, I thought that was really cool. I'd never done like around the eye built into the face sort of looking things, and so I was really excited to do it. And yeah, that one turned out great. Then I did my eyeliner a bit. So, I think the next thing that I do here is the Markiplier's Wilfred Wharfstache mustache. It didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, but that's not entirely the point. It's fine. And then I started working on the Unus Annus Hypnosis Spiral. Yeah, I had a really lot of fun doing the spiral because I thought that it looked really, really cool. And yeah, it was interesting to walk out of my room after this because my mom was there. She's like, well, this is relatively normal actually. I do this a lot. It's not abnormal for me to be walking around the house looking like I'm about to go to some sort of circus convention or something. So, yeah, just for the record, I don't typically use real makeup. Like, when I'm going out or something like that and I want to look different, then I actually have just figured out how to use paint in order to do makeup instead. Just because it's cheaper, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's fun. So, so yeah, I went kind of crazy with the spirals and just went all out, just so much spirals, and I was starting to get dizzy. It was looking weird. um, I thought it was a really cool effect though behind the gears, and so I might do later iterations of this if you guys want me to. Then I might do uh, a different version. Might try different techniques. Yeah. So, just a quick thing is make sure when you get makeup and stuff, and when you get paint, make sure to not get paint that, like, test and see if you're allergic to it, as I said in the Gamora cosplay video. Just make sure that you're not going to have a reaction. And then also, another thing is, if it says don't apply around eyes and mouth and stuff, typically don't do that. Be safe when you're doing face painting and stuff like that. Be safe in the stuff that you do. Do what you love, but don't die doing it. So yeah. I think it was around this point, yeah, that I started working on the mustache again. I was trying to get it to show up over the spirals, and I think I did okay at getting that to show up over the spirals. I don't have an easy time with making the hair look like hair, but that's fine. Now, the thing about doing the clothes on the neck is I was trying my best, trying to remember all the techniques that I've learned, because I have never done clothes, like painted on clothes before. But I really enjoy watching Made You Look's channel. She does a lot of really, really cool body painting work, and it's always so realistic and so cool. So I was like, I'm gonna try it out. So I tried it out, and I think it looked okay. Definitely better than I thought it would for my first try. And I definitely did not know what I was doing from, like, from just watching a few things and watching a bunch of Made You Look. So I did my best, and I was pleased with the outcome of it. And I really liked the idea of doing the Unus Annus tuxedo half and half, the same way that I did the original, like, Crank Gameplays and Wilfred Wharf stash thing. So I wanted to make it look like half of me was the Markiplier side and half of me was the Ethan side. So I was very, very, very excited to look the part. So then after I was done there, I put on the setting powder and stuff. I didn't want it to melt right off immediately afterwards. And then I real quick did some touch-ups on the makeup portions over top of the spiral bits so that it would look a little bit more like a makeup look too. I kind of wanted to look like the persona of the characters. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this. I hope maybe someday Mark and Ethan can see it, and other fellow fans of Unus Annus can see it. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now I just have really one last thing to say to everybody. One last thing to do before I sign out for today. But I would like to say this one last thing. Unus Annus.